Hello and welcome everyone. Yet another episode that we have here today. My name is Rahim Lakhani. I am the president and CEO of the Lakhani Group Portugal. We are a family office located right here in beautiful Lisboa. And I have the pleasure here to have an expert panel of lawyers and consultants that will just blow your mind away with lots of information, lots of updates. If you haven't been catching up on what's happening on the ground in Portugal, this is your perfect opportunity to learn, to understand, to ask questions. Really, the whole scope that we have of today's webinar is to learn about the impending end of the Portuguese golden visa. Let's find out today from our speakers, what are the potential implications for investors, how you will be protected or can be protected before this whole thing, rolls down. And really, let's have this 45 minutes to an hour for any burning questions that you have and you want to ask to our expert panel here, fully available to you. So, again, my name is Rahim Lakhani, signing in from Lisboa. Now, before we dive into the webinar, please, please, please keep your phones on silent, put it on vibrate, throw it away, don't throw it away. But please take the most of this 45 minutes to an hour and listen to the words of wisdom that can change the way that you're thinking about your investment, getting your golden visa or not getting your golden visa, finding your path to residency into Portugal, into Schengen, into Europe. So now, as appealing as Portugal is for the best immigration solution, for the best investment solution, we will have today's experts talk about this shocking news that we have. Now, before I dive into that, let us first watch the amazing video of Portugal, and we will get into the introductions slightly after. Okay, so here it comes.
Why do so many investors fall in love with Lisboa? Easy. There's no other city that combines this beautiful view with the beauty of these numbers. Lisboa is the closest European capital to the United States, South America and Africa, with 250 departures every day, and being the only capital in mainland Europe sharing the same time zone with the British capital, with more than 300 days of sunshine throughout the year. Lisboa is surrounded by more than 20 wonderful golf courses, only 4 train stations away from the beach, and just 1 hour drive from Nazaré, home of the biggest waves on the planet. Selected to be the 2020 European Green Capital, Lisboa transforms ecological concerns into reality, being the first European city to have a municipal fleet where 100% of light vehicles are electric, a huge recharging network with more than 540 stations, and 100% of the city lights running with LED technology. Innovation and adaptation are part of the mindset, with 90 colleges that produce 30,000 graduates a year, with 60% of them in business, tech or math degrees. No wonder Lisboa attracts global investment from all around the globe into our entrepreneurial community, an ecosystem dedicated to helping new businesses where 2 new startups are created every day. With more than 100 co-working spaces spread all over Lisboa, and with a 90-kilometer bike lane that reaches all corners of the city. It's so easy to enjoy the view commuting to work using one of the 2,150 shared bikes and 5,500 soft mobility vehicles. How about this? Lisboa is well known as a city that embraces diversity and welcomes all kinds of races, ethnicities and religious beliefs. All that in a city with 7 Michelin-starred restaurants, and this sunset included. So, how about investing in Lisboa? Lisboa, the beautiful side of business.
Every time I watch that video, every time, it is absolutely phenomenal, and I love this place. I love this country. Every time, so we can thank the Portuguese people. We can thank we can thank God for having this land that we live in. So very very happy about it. Now let's get diving right into it. We have an amazing group of people here. Let me start off with Dra. Barbara Pestana. She's a founding partner of Pax Legal Advogados. She's a lawyer and partner with extensive experience in real estate and family law, successions, and she's a recognized member of the U Global community as well, which is an international community. She also advised the Deputy Secretary of State of the Minister of Justice and worked as a jurist at the Inspection General of Cultural Activities. What an amazing, amazing introduction we have. Thank you so much, Dr. Barbara, for being present here today. Alongside Dr. Barbara, we also have Dr. Philippe Bajairos. He's a senior partner at FBD Legal. He's an experienced lawyer that has been working several years in the areas of immigration, legal advice, commercial litigation, corporate law, penal law, as well as, of course, immigration law. So we welcome you, Dr. Philippe, to the panel discussion as well. Then also we have beautiful Sira for the presentation today. She is the key account manager for Infante and Rui, which is a Portuguese real estate agency that assists international buyers to buy property all over Portugal, but focuses largely in the Lisbon and the Cascais area. So we welcome you, Sira, as well. And we've got the handsome Pedro here, Pedro Fonseca from Remax Grupo Latina. He is the regional owner of Remax Minas Gerais. My Portuguese is good. In Sao Paulo, as well as at the Remax Group Latina itself. And we welcome all of you today to the panel discussion here. Why don't we start with some introductions? Over to you, Dr. Barbara, for some small introductions, and we'll get diving right back into some questions that we have. Okay, over to you.
Rahim, thank you so much, Rahim, for inviting me to be here with all of you today to discuss this important matter that is the Golden Visa and its future. You said it well, everything about me. I'm a co-founder of Pax Legal. Our firm is in the Golden Visa law since 2013, so since the beginning of the applications. We have been very, very successful in this, thank God, and because all the investors are very happy. And it's a pleasure to be here with you and to be able to discuss with you these themes.
Pleasure is all ours. Thank you so much, Dr. Barbara. And Dr. Philippe, please.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much, Rahim, for the opportunity to be here and the invitation in my name and the FPD legal team. We are a boutique law firm as very experienced lawyers in corporate law, immigration law, and real estate. We are accomplished our clients doing the legal advices in all these matters. So we have a very good opinion from all of these matters. We try to help our clients to solve their paths. We are here to help
Thank you so much.
to make
Thank you
some
so much, Dr.
reflections.
Philippe. Perfect. Let's go to Sira.
Hello, Haim. Hello, everyone. Thanks for inviting me. Well, I'm Cira Azevedo. I work in Infante Rio. It's a real estate agency based in Lisbon, Chiado, the historical area in Lisbon. I am part of the new development department of this agency, and we promote and we have a lot of developments and apartments in our portfolio. Also Golden Visa products. We also promote Quinta do Forte Velho from Lakhani Group, and I'm here because it's interesting to know more things about Golden Visa, about our investors, and about what is going to happen with all these projects of Golden Visa.
Thank you so much, Sira, for your presence today. And we have now Pedro Fonseca.
Everyone, hello, Raim. Thank you very much for this opportunity to share learn. And first of all, I would like to congratulate. It's the Women's Day. So
Yes,
Barbara and Cira and
Thank
all
you.
listening.
absolutely.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much for
Thank you.
existing, and it's an honor to have such with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Absolutely,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
And I should have started with that, but I am so thankful for the women on the platform today. Thank you so much for reminding that. And happy Women's Day to all the women and all over the world for doing all the sacrifices that you do for the men. But thank you so much. As such an important message out. All right, so let's start
Let
our.
me just right just second. I am in real estate in Portugal for the last 23 years. Over 600 agents. So we work with the residential market. We work several experts working with foreign investment, and we also work in Rio de Janeiro, São Paulo, and Minas Gerais. And it's an honor to thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. We're excited to learn so many things from you today, everyone. All right. So we will now start the question and answer round here. We already are seeing several questions come on our Facebook page, on our LinkedIn page, and our marketing team is coordinating and collating those questions and sending it over. But I have some questions here that I believe that is on everyone's mind, and we would love to know this same question from all of the panelists. We'll start this time with Dr. Barbara. Okay, what is the announcement from the Prime Minister, and what is your interpretation of the announcement, please?
Well, Raim, I see this announcement in two perspectives. First perspective, which is the political one, and that it's obvious the government intention is to cancel the program soon. But we cannot forget that together with this political perspective, there is also a legal perspective that is very, very important. And that legal perspective is that this intention must be walked through a certain path, a legal path, that is the making of the law. That means that to be cancelled, the program, we will have to go through a process in Parliament that has to be voted, discussed, and then approved, and then signed by our President of the Republic, and then published. Okay, this is the big picture of the procedure, and I do believe in the rule of law country that we are. I do believe that a measure only takes force when it's approved in the parliament. And I do believe that our president of the republic, as a very well-known professor in constitutional law, will be very aware and very attentive if any unconstitutionality derives from this draft of the project of the law. This is my perspective.
That is very, very well said. In a nutshell, what your message is that it's not the law, it's a proposal, and there is their process behind a proposal. That's correct.
Exactly. That is exactly what
Okay.
I think.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Dr. Philippe, what are your thoughts on this?
Yes, more or less the same as Dr. Barbara, but as you can say, this is she can say, said this is the proposal of the this is a draft of the law of the is not yet the final law, the final steps that we can work on. Of course, it is in the discussion until the end of this week, in public discussion. After that, it will be submitted to the parliament, and of course, if it is approved, it will be submitted to the president to be approved, or submitted to the higher court, to constitutional court, to see if it has any legal issues that needed to be considered. So this is just short a short step. It is a long way to still that we have to the final draft of the law. But we have now the project, and we can have some reflections about it, because it in the end it will be more or less these these ideas that are presented by the Prime Minister and are in discussion now. But it's more or less these is the main ideas of the law, and it's not the final text, but it's a draft, but it's the main ideas are here. So we need to be careful. We need to think about the right steps to do before the final draft.
Absolutely, absolutely. It is a draft. It is not a final draft. It is not an approved draft, approved legislation yet. So these are the messages that we have
But
from you.
so
Sorry, go ahead.
so sorry, just one more reflection about if you can see all these projects, or this project of law, this draft, about 88 pages, only
Mm,
one page is about golden visa situations.
mhm,
So the main concern about the prime minister and the government, I believe, in my humble opinion, is the idea that we need to have more rental houses. We need to have more houses able to be occupied by citizens, Portuguese citizens and foreigners
mhm.
that need to have a house. So the main idea is that we need to have more habitation. That's why the program is named More Housing Program. So
Yeah.
this is the main idea. And about the golden visa, of course, that we need to see the specifications that we have about this program. As you can see, in all the draft, we have only one page about the um,
Yeah,
the golden visa situation. Thank you.
absolutely. Not even a full page.
Yes, a deadly page.
Yes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Philippe, on that interpretation. Let's ask the same from Sira. Sira, what are your thoughts on the same matters? What is your interpretation of the announcement of the February 16th?
Well, I agree with Barbara and Philippe. What we are saying to our customers, our clients, our Golden Visa clients, is that in this moment, it's better if they find a lawyer really quick, because on the 16 March we will know something about this law and what it would change, and we want to understand how can we go further on this matter. I mean, it's something that will take 1 month. It's something that will end in the end of the year. We are prepared that that this takes some time, and probably with all the all the phases the process has, probably in some month the golden visa really close. But we are preparing the clients that they really have to have their lawyers to ask their questions. The sooner the best. But we are prepared for this, and I also think that this idea, this law. This is happening because there's also a really bad opinion, general opinion, Portugal general opinion, that golden visa increased the prices in Lisbon. So this everything that now is being done around rental and housing and golden visa is somehow to improve this and to claim to the Portuguese people that are complaining about this.
Absolutely. That is a speculation that you're right dead on. There are facts, there are statistics that shows, at least from the ones that I have seen and rely on the sources, that it's between 3 and 5% of the Portuguese national transactions that happens with the golden visa. Do you agree, Sira?
3 or 4% of, can you repeat?
Between 3 and 5% of the transactions that happen in the national territory is related to golden visa. Do you agree?
Yes, it's true, but the fact is that people that are not in our area and they don't know, they think that they are much more investors and that the prices in Lisbon increased because of golden visa, in part for golden visa. It's not the correct idea and the truth idea, in my opinion. That's why I told that it was a general opinion, a bad general opinion.
Absolutely.
But in fact, the golden visa investors, the transaction is very low. How you told,
Yeah.
it's not an amount that really makes impact in the increasing of prices.
Increasing of the prices. Yeah, because as you probably have experienced, you have several clients saying, I'm going to wait until the golden visa is done and then I will buy because I will buy it at 50% discount. No?
Yes.
We say that we will disappoint them. I think so, right? Pedro is smiling. I would love to know, Pedro, what are your thoughts on the same? Your interpretation of the law, your personal opinion of what's happening on the ground.
With all the opinions I heard before, I think we have a legal issue, a constitutional legal issue, but I'm not a lawyer. There are some great news about this. That video about I was born in Lisbon and I love to watch the video. There's something else about important for someone who wants to invest in Portugal, for foreign investment, called democracy. In Portugal, it's very important that we live in for many years, and that's very important for the confidence who. And in democracy, once in a while, we have to deal with that we cannot understand. And we have lawyers are also very good after when they study the law. We can prorogate until the end of the year, something like that, because they will always expect a law, and always there are other ways to meet the issue. Maybe the golden visas with rentals, something will and I also believe a non-issue about, because the golden visa, the price is 500,000, 1 million. The residential issue in Lisbon, the people who need house, it's not people who buys houses of the prices we sell to golden visas of the market. So it's a lie if we talk about the golden visa is the problem of Portugal. It's not.
It's not.
It's only a small part of the market. Good people, good investors, money, developers like yourself, long-term developers, the market, the lawyers, the government, the real estate people, the developer will with this the best way. And to close my idea, I will sign European signs that they want to close or reduce the program, not only in Portugal, which is who out investing in Europe. This is a window of opportunity to make a fast decision, because maybe in the future it's more expensive, it takes more time. So for us, we should take the advantage of this window of opportunity, a few weeks or months, to close a lot of deals that we have in the.
Absolutely, Pedro. Message very well received. There is democracy in this country. We have an opinion, and the right to an opinion, and more important.
I don't agree, but I have to accept that's one
True.
the basis of democracy.
Yep.
We have to accept.
True. And very well said about the transactions. That is a very small percentage, like we discussed earlier. Now there are some questions from the international community though about, and the words I quote from one of the investors: Portugal is a bad actor, and they say they bring us to make an investment into the country, and now they've shaken our confidence. What do you have to say to this for the international community? Pedro, we'll start with you this time.
I would start saying I'm sorry. This is a sign that should not be. This issue. It's not okay for people like you, investor coming. This kind of change are not good news. I cannot lie about that. But we'll solve this. We are very good solving. We have great lawyers with us that can solve this. Like Philippe said, it's one page. Maybe it was a mistake of of the project of law, and can be fixed. But we should, players of the market, we should provide confidence, trust, and that work on daily basis on this market, who make these kind of laws. They don't with foreign investors. I would say I'm sorry, but we'll fix this.
Okay. I like that. I like that energy. I like that attitude. Wonderful, Sira. What do you have to say when international investors come to Portugal with this hopes that their hard-earned money will be put to the best use here, and a spin-off happens? What do you have to tell your investors and the investors at large?
Is and is going to continue being a wonderful capital, a wonderful city for invest. It's a very safe country and a very safe city. It's a wonderful city with the river, with the sunset, with the as you saw in the movie, with a lot of things to do, and a lot of companies, a lot of startups. I would say that maybe this is a critical period about golden visa and about investment, but we have to wait. We have to see. We have to give strength and power to our investors to invest in Portugal, and have a good lawyer, and know everything about what is going on. And in fact, and for sure, this is not going to close and to end in the next month. So there's time, there's good lawyers, we have a good city, a good country, beautiful country, and I think investors still consider to invest in Lisbon.
Thank you so much, Sira, for that vote of confidence, I must say. And I feel the same way. I think we have a minor hiccup here, but we continue to present ourselves as a competitive playground for the global investors to come. In fact, I believe what we saw as a statistics point of view, and this was an article in yesterday's Euronews as well, that Portugal still, compared to the different countries in Europe, has one of the cheapest real estate, not the cheapest, but one of the cheapest real estate, still in comparison to other countries like Germany or France or other major centers of Europe. So this is, I think, the message that we must put out to the international investors, that their investments still have a lot of room to grow. What do you think? Yes?
Yes.
Ray, let me tell you, I had a discussion yesterday about we still have the, correct me if I'm wrong, we still have the program working, which means invest, you can come, you can buy houses, you can apply, and it's almost the same. It has some legal issues, but you can. Portugal is it's giving residents in an administrative way with the clients for people who want to come, and to be easy to invest, to buy the tourist investment, or even without the golden visa, they are very welcome. They can good. The return on investment is good. Even with another, there are other programs, other ways to find to achieve the same, with a lot of tax benefits for their investors. I believe we'll have the window of opportunity, short window, but we have other programs, other ways. In my opinion, is still maybe the best country. Lisbon is the best area. The return, the average return for the last years, it's a huge opportunity now and tomorrow.
So we continue to believe and we continue to invest. Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now let me change the gears a little bit and ask another question here, and this time over to Philippe, because this is more relevant to the legislation itself. Philippe, uh, based on what the legislation that was released on Friday night at 12, right at the clock of
11.
11. Great timing, by the way. I had a fantastic meeting. But based on the legislation, is there any historical evidence in the law which you believe can be attributed so that they can actually do what they are saying, which is the retroactive behavior of going back to February 16th, which is the cutoff date of Golden Visa? What is your stance on this matter of retroactive, and if there is any historical evidence of doing this constitutionally?
So that's the big question mark about all these drafts of golden visa situation. Of course, that picking up a little bit of the other issue. I'm not a commercial, but we need to separate the beautiful Portugal, the beautiful Lisbon, the country itself, that is a good investment, from the procedures and the visa and the residence permit to be in it. So about this reflection about the 16th of February, the retroactive perspective, we need to be careful because after we read this draft of the law, we can realize that this it will be a tricky question. Why? Because if what happens to the applications that are made now in March or in the future,
Yeah.
or in April, until the final draft and the approval of the law? What will happen? The the values that are paid to the CEF will be refunded to the clients. The business that are made, the apartments or the buildings or the real estate that are in course will be null, will be transformed in what? The contracts be erased or nulled in that perspective. Because if I'm making an investment or buying some apartment with a higher value, thinking that I'm good for the application of golden visa, and I'm not able to obtain that visa, what is happened to the contract, to the that's the big question mark. I can't give you a straight answer because, in my opinion, in the final draft, this date will change. I'm not able to think that the 16th of February will be the final date, because it will enable all the applications that were made between February and some dates that will be the final date of the law, the
Yeah.
final draft. So this is one. After we read this draft, this is one of the question marks and the problems that we have to explain everybody what
Of
is
course.
happening. It's good to make the applications now, faster faster as they can,
Yeah.
before the final draft,
Exactly.
or not, or
Yeah.
these applications will be suspended or frozen.
Yeah.
the the draft of the law doesn't explain that very much. We have
No.
only one article that is saying one paragraph that is speaking about that the applications that are made, the requests of the application that are made are valid until
Yeah.
until is not the word in the law. The law only says is has as 16th of February. So what happens further
What happens
in the
after?
future?
Absolutely. No, this is a golden question, I think, that is on everyone's mind. And that's exactly why I asked this
We need to
question,
be
because
careful. We need to be careful about these. They don't. They, even today, I went to the CEF site and seen if anything is different. But no,
it's
if you
not.
want to make an application today, you can.
Yeah.
If you want to make an application tomorrow, you can.
You can.
But uh, do you fulfill all the requirements? All the documents are presented as in February. They can't forbid you to present your application.
Exactly.
But this is a gray zone
It's a
that
gray
we
zone.
don't know yet what's yet to come.
Yeah.
If we are making the application and everything is null,
Yeah. It's
is
voided or
erased.
not. Absolutely. No, this is exactly the question on everyone's mind on when will we come out. I mean, the questions here we have are very, very much exactly the same question. 16th of March is not
No,
really the deadline date. Can you elaborate?
no, sorry, it's not. Sorry, it's not 16th of March.
Yeah, it's the 16th of February.
It's 16th of February.
Exactly, exactly. 16th of
It's
March is only the discussion of
the discussion. The discussion will end in the end of this week.
in the end of this week.
In the
Correct.
end of this week.
Correct.
After that, the draft of the law and
Yeah.
all the reflections will be presented to the parliament,
Exactly. And
and
that
then
will determine if we have no dates or more timeline. Is that correct?
correct.
Either which way, we will know what is the clarity. Either we have
Even if the all the procedure
Mhm.
will go to the parliament. The government will approve the diploma, the law. It goes to the president. The president send it to the higher court, to the constitutional court. We are having here probably until the summer, until August,
Yeah.
more or less, I believe.
we
And
have we have some
after
time,
that,
I
we
think.
need to wait to the decision of the higher court, to the constitutional court.
Yeah.
So I believe that we have during this week,
Yeah.
during this year,
Yeah.
this matter will be will
Will
be
will will be
finished.
dissolved. Absolutely.
But one thing is clear, and we need to be honest to our viewers and clients, of course. One thing is clear: it's the end of the golden visa,
Yeah.
and we need to be prepared to be able to answer not only the new applications,
Hmm.
but what can you do about the renewal?
Of course. Of course, that's another question, and I'm going to get back to you that because I have a very juicy question about that one. So let me ask now, Dra. Barbara, exactly the same question, but more so specifically, if you can actually give the investors and the audience some light that what are, if there are any historical perspectives, any court cases, because especially just talking high level United States law or the Western society, there are a lot of case laws. There's a lot of, based on which there are judgments passed on. So is it the same way where there could be any historical evidence about the retroactive behavior that has been presented? So do you believe that this could actually be as the final draft, and what are your thoughts on that?
Brahim, legally speaking, and I don't see that we are going through here any exceptional period that would justify not complying with the rules, with the law in force. I really do not see that it would be legal to retroactive the law till 16th February. Okay,
Okay.
that is my perspective according to my beliefs of what I have studied of my life, all the principles that were transmitted to us during our activity as lawyers and also as student law, as a law student. So I really don't see, we are not in a state of emergency. There is no reason for ending with a program like this. Not even the government gave any reason for that. I mean, the golden visa comes as a small part of a program named Mais Habitação. Like the name says, it's regarding housing. Okay, and also it's a small part of that of the investment in Portugal, as also was said here in this chat. If I'm sure that you know that the investment in properties in Portugal are less represent less than 10,000 properties. That is almost nothing.
Nothing.
Nevertheless, it has generated millions and millions of profits for the state, for the Portuguese government, in taxes,
Yep.
in synergies that are created with the investment. And I really think that this is something very important, and that must be, thought about before taking any measure. I do believe that 16th of February is not a day to have in mind. We, of course, will have more, we'll know more, and on the 16th March, we'll know what the government is thinking about. But, as we say in Portugal, there is a popular saying that says, até ao lavar do cesto é vindima. That means, I mean, literally translating that the grape harvest lasts until the washing of the baskets. I don't know if I make myself
Yes, yes.
understand. Of course, there will be another
Of
saying
course.
the same thing, but this is a literal translation.
Sure.
And I do believe that until the new law comes with the cancellation of the golden visa, we must go through. There is a law supporting us. Okay, this law wasn't revocated yet.
Yeah.
And so we do have to keep on doing what the law allows us to, which is investing under the regime of the golden visa, at least until we have its revocation. Okay,
You know,
that
you
is my
make
perspective.
such an excellent point. While we talk about the proposal, the preliminary proposal, what is going to happen, you make such an excellent point that we do have a law right now.
Exactly.
That is not
Exactly.
gone. You know, we do have a law, we do have currently in existence that has not been removed from the book of law, and which is to be practiced currently. Forget about what's going to happen in the future, but we are protected in Portugal with the current legislation, which is what to be followed and which should be really the law to be obeyed. Okay, so that's such an excellent point, because we forget, while discussing all these new things, that there is currently a legislation in place. So thank you for reminding that. But more one question I have, which I think is very important for a lot of investors to know and learn: what is a valid application? What is an application that is accepted? So if I bought a property, am I already in the golden visa scheme? So please educate investors. What is that process, and when are they actually protected by the law if the legislation changes? Do you know what I'm asking? Yes.
That one's for me.
Yes. Yeah. 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 We will
Yeah.
continue
Okay.
with that.
Okay. 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 So, to invest, to have a valid application for the golden visa, of course, that one person must invest several modalities of investment. I am focusing here more in the property investment, which I believe is the most interesting for the most part of the applicants. So not all the properties are eligible for golden visa. We must say this, and not all the territory, not all the areas in the Portuguese territory are also valid as buying properties for golden visa. Okay, first thing that we must distinguish is: are we buying for properties for housing, or are we buying properties from the other side for services or for commercial purposes? If I want to buy a property that is for housing purposes, then I will have to be limited to certain areas that are indicated in certain law, and only in those areas I can make my investment in properties destined for housing. Okay, and
Absolutely.
these kind of properties, I also have different minimum amounts of investment required. If I want to invest in a low density area that is specifically said in the law, then I will have a 20% discount in the property that I am in, the investment that I am making. Okay, in terms of eligibility for the golden visa. For instance, if I want to buy a property for housing in a low density area in the modality of 350,000 euros, then this property has to be located in a low density area, as I said, and has to be for refurbishment purposes. And also, it has to have more than 30 years old, this construction that I am buying, or it must be located in urban rehabilitation area.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. If I accomplish these purposes, if I transfer my funds from my bank account abroad to my bank account here in Portugal, I will pay my taxes, I will pay the works contract, I will pay the property, and I will be eligible for the golden visa. Okay?
Exactly.
Same thing applies for the other properties that I was talking about, but are destined to services, commerce, industry, and for that kind of properties, under the current regime, I can apply everywhere in the country.
Okay.
Okay, if I make my investment, I make the transfer of my funds to Portugal, I pay what I have to pay, I am ready to submit my application to SEF. Of course, that the immigration services will first make an assessment on your condition, if you have criminal record or not, if you have any information in the international Schengen system. But if not, then I will be okay to and eligible as an applicant for the golden visa.
Perfect.
Okay, I'm not
So
sure if I
thank you.
forgot something, but
No, I think you
this
hit the
is the
nail.
general picture.
Yeah, you hit the nail right on the head. So you make the property purchase, commercial or residential, you get the discount of 20% because it's in the interior zone. You then proceed
Yes,
with the police clearance certificate that you need, attested by the authorities, postal or Portuguese embassy.
yeah,
Then you proceed with the registration of the said property and collate all of these documents, put it in the portal of SEF, pay the application fee of SEF, and then I think that's your flag post right there to say that you have submitted. Now, if you, let's
yes.
say, imagine you did all of this but did not pay the fee, are you still covered by the law?
Well, my application will only be considered valid when I pay the fee, because otherwise the application won't even get into the system. I mean, it will be there, but it won't be analyzed.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you upload everything and you hit the submit button on the payment of SEF, and I believe when it shows in analysis, you are in the system, correct?
Yes.
Perfect, perfect. So that's a good question, because this is something that a lot of investors have this. Okay, so at what point am I protected? I think we've hit the nail right on the head here. Now we'll switch a little bit and we'll ask now, going to Sira for a second. Sira, what kinds of properties are you currently telling your clients to engage with when it comes to the golden visa regime? So you do a lot of business in Lisbon and outside of Lisbon, in the interior zones, everywhere in the country. So what are the kind of properties that you believe are good for the golden visa program?
Well, we have several properties eligible for Golden Visa. We have some of them in the interior areas, which are eligible for Golden Visa of 280, but we focus more on the properties around Lisbon or Porto, because we think it's a more safe area. In Lisbon and Porto, but most in Lisbon. Well, it's a bigger city with lots of potential. It's different if you invest in a property in the interior area of the country, for instance, Alentejo or something like this. And we also advise our clients to invest in commercial properties, shops, because it's something that is available in Lisbon, and you can opt for commercial shops, stores, etc. And sometimes it's also a good investment, because you have someone who is renting the shop, so you can have an income, and you can have some kind of rentability. Or we advise clients to invest in properties in Lisbon, but hotels or touristic apartments. That's the properties that are eligible in the area of Lisbon, and some of them have rentability options. So it's good for investors who want to buy in Lisbon, but also to have some guaranteed return.
That's fantastic. I mean, you have explained in such a good way what are the available properties, as well as on the commercial side as well, when there is a rentability factor, interior, but more confidence, of course, in Lisbon, as it should be, because it's the center of Portugal, not center of Portugal, but the capital, let's say,
Yeah.
financial capital in a way. So that's such an excellent advice for investors. And Pedro, what are your thoughts? Where are you telling your clients to go, especially when they're looking for golden visa as their primary motive? Can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Alcácer do Sal. Alcácer do Sal.
Thank you.
It depends on the client, what's the goal, what's going to give the return, risk taker. Anyhow, but it's like we apply we have the same kind of products, and we qualify the client fit the best investment, which one of projects, it's Alcácer do Sal. We are working also with Orbit, several products that we believe it's a good investment with good partners, and we all of us want to take good care for people that are investing in our country, and we take.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Pedro, for that conference. I'll give you your $20 later, okay?
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, and we are coming to a pretty much of a close, but I'll take just 1 minute to even amplify what Pedro and Sira and everyone else has mentioned about the project and the confidence that they bring. So in just 2 seconds, I have beautiful Alcácer do Sal here, which is only 55 minutes away from Lisbon, downtown Lisbon. And we are super proud to have an excellent project for our investors called Palacio de Sal. This is a hotel project that is under construction at the moment, and we have several investors joined on the project already, and we have several more that are coming in. So take this opportunity. It's qualified for the 280,000 golden visa program. There is also a 30,000 euro currently at the upfront yield that is provided, as well as all the taxes paid, IMT, VAT, IMI for the next 6 years. So this is a project that we boosts a lot of confidence in the investor community. We still have a few slots available. I think the message has been very clear from today's conversation. If you are worried about the 16th of March or the 16th of Feb, you personally cannot change anything. What you can do is to take the action and actually make that investment, get it in the analysis stage, talk to your lawyers. We have some excellent lawyers here. Please contact them. Barbara and Philippe, they've done hundreds and hundreds of golden visas. And we have some excellent people here, Sira and Pedro, who can provide you with a range of properties, not just this. As a wise investor would do, look at different projects and come to a conclusion. At the end of the day, in this sort of transition period, what is more important is the builder, the confidence that the group provides to you, and the history and the track record of the group, and actually the building itself, so which is what you are investing in. So if you're investing in a plot of land, I mean, I would take a lot of caution. If you're investing in a building that is rehabilitated and ready to be executed and starting operations soon, I believe that is a stronger project. So, this is what we present to you and to everyone. So please contact us, and we will be more than happy to give you all the information about this project. But at the same time, please contact all of the folks that are on this webinar so that you can get the best of the best advice and do your golden visa program and project submission as soon as you possibly can. So with that, we will wrap it up for that 1 hour mark. We have so many other questions also, but I think we've covered those questions in one way or the other facet. So I will simply end the program with a simple video about our group, and we encourage again for everyone to contact us. Thank you very much, panelists, for being present today on the webinar. And we hope to be discussing more and more and bring you more information in the near future. Thank you. Have a pleasant day.
Thank you.
Why do so many investors fall in love